Imagine waking up just like any other day, but today something is different. You open your eyes and suddenly you can hear everything. No, not just the noise of the world. You can hear people's thoughts, every secret, every hidden feeling, every lie. What would you do? How would it change you? And more importantly, would you ever want it to stop? Stick around because what happens at the end might just blow your mind. You sit up in bed, rubbing your eyes. At first, it's just the usual morning sounds, the ticking of a clock, birds chirping outside. But then a strange murmur fills the room, like a distant radio, half tuned in. You glance around, confused. There's no radio. The sound gets louder, more distinct, until you realize it's not a radio. It's coming from inside your head. Suddenly, you can hear the thoughts of every person you know, family, friends, neighbors. It's as if they're speaking directly to you. But they aren't. They have no idea that their innermost thoughts are now laid bare before you. At breakfast, your parents sit across the table. You hear your mother thinking about the errands she has to run today, but she's smiling and saying, "Everything's fine." Your father's reading the newspaper, but inside, his mind is racing with worries about bills. Your little sibling? Their thoughts are like a chaotic fireworks show of random images and feelings, completely different from the quiet, focused exterior you've always known. It feels like a superpower. Or is it? As you step outside, the floodgates open. Every person you pass, their thoughts crash into yours like waves. Fear, joy, anger, embarrassment, jealousy, emotions you weren't prepared for. The world suddenly feels louder. What was once silence is now an unrelenting roar. At first, it's fascinating. You hear your coworkers' inner panic about the presentation they have to give today, or your classmates' hidden crush on someone you never suspected. You can't help but smile, knowing things no one else does. You know their truths, and it feels powerful. But then, the darker thoughts come. You overhear a stranger's despair, a loved one's regret, someone close to you thinking things you wish you'd never known. You start to feel the weight of secrets, things that were never meant to be spoken, let alone heard. And it's not just the people around you. Suddenly, you start to question your own thoughts too. What if people could hear yours? What would they think of you? Every doubt, every insecurity you've ever had, now laid bare for the world. Could you live with that? By noon, the world becomes overwhelming. It's like standing in the middle of 100 conversations, all happening at once, except there's nowhere to escape. And then it hits you. People are walking around every day, living their lives with a storm of thoughts just like this, and no one even knows. How much of the world's pain, its joy, its confusion, is hidden behind silent faces? How much have we missed by only hearing what people say out loud? You try everything to quiet the voices. Maybe if you concentrate hard enough, you can shut them out. But it's no use. The more you fight, the louder they become. And soon, it's not just words you hear. It's feelings. Deep, raw, unfiltered emotions. People don't say everything they think for a reason, and now you're starting to see why. Later in the day, you sit with a close friend, someone you've always trusted. You hear their thoughts before they even speak. But this time, it's different. The thoughts are warm, caring, and you realize something profound. Sometimes people think things they're too scared to say. Good things. Loving things. It's a reminder that while hearing thoughts can expose people's darkest parts, it also reveals the love and kindness we often keep hidden. As the day ends, you lie in bed staring at the ceiling, exhausted from the noise. But now you know, beneath the chaos of the world, there are layers we never see, layers of emotion, complexity, and humanity. Would you want to live like this forever? Hearing everyone's thoughts, knowing the truth behind every smile, every word? Or would it drive you mad? You finally close your eyes, ready for sleep, hoping tomorrow everything goes back to normal. But deep down, you'll never look at the world the same way again. Now, if you want to keep hearing what people are really thinking, you're going to want to subscribe, because this is just the beginning. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Hit that like button if your mind was blown, and I'll see you in the next thought-provoking video. Stay curious, stay aware. And maybe, just maybe, keep an ear open. You never know what you might hear.